on.
So
This guy, that guy right there, keeping the food for himself? Can't imagine that ever happening.
He use weapons. Basically, his body is the weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so the name of the game is The Weapon.
I've heard of the expression, food for thought. Big Physique, you clearly just kept the food for yourself instead. Go away.
You're gonna have to direct, like, who's gonna say what.
After we get the story, the characters, the scenario, everything, I was a little concerned because, like, children's games is not really my specialty at all.
Mickey is an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah, I play first-person shooters. That's what they're looking for, really. I mean, what is the one profitable game that you can make really, really generic and not special at all and sell 1 million copies? A first-person shooter. So if both of them had just said first-person shooter, they would have won the contest.
Boy, imagining in a tub of an underwater city, the antagonist of the game is Sharkface, who is the bully.
My team was focused entirely on making a simple game. I'm concerned that the other team, they're making a game the exact opposite of a genre of games that more people like.
After each level that Sharkface escapes, an oyster appears, and when you open it, it gives you a pearl of wisdom.
So we have a water gun with a soaker at the bottom, and we have a turtle shield. They are going to tear our concept into pieces.
At least this guy knows what's going to
We have
happen.
the sense of the beginning. We have the sense of what he's
And the
trying
weapons
to
we have.
We really went into details with this story. We came up with so much.
So his body's gonna work like he's an actual camera.
Exactly. Okay, good.
Upgradable to allow you to... This turned out so beautifully. I have goosebumps. Like, I want to play this game.
Add that, I think we have everything on here.
So I felt that I did pretty good as creative director.
Okay, guys, time is up. All right, guys, time is up. We're gonna ask you to bring all your materials to the focus group location. I'm gonna have you come with me, and I will see you guys very soon.
I'm so confident in the
Yeah, hey gamer, adjust his tie form.
product that we have in the game design. I think they're going to be drawn in. They're going to be held there just by our compelling story. I think a lot of these people are going
Wait, what? Where did he have his hand?
in the game design. I think they're going to be drawn in. They're going to be held there just by our compelling story.
Oh, it looks like he had his hand down his pants for a second. I don't know why he's putting his hand down that pocket on his vest.
I think a lot of these people are going to be gamers, and I think a lot of people are going to be impressed. And I know Triple Threat, she is our overall creative director, is going to make an amazing presentation.
You're gonna cover the power-ups as well, right?
Yes.
This challenge is really stressful. Not only do we have to have a great idea, but we have to convey
don't
that great
have.
idea in a way that the panel can actually understand it. We can't leave here without them knowing what a great idea Sharkface is.
Sharkface? That's really what you named your game? Just put it down. Just give up.
You all clean up real nice.
Please tear
Welcome
him to
the boardroom.
pieces.
In just a few minutes, this empty room is going to be filled with a focus group ready to evaluate your pitches. The focus group will be made up of your peers and perhaps your toughest critics. Actual testers from PlayStation QA.
So then we find out that our focus group will be made of testers and people who are in the gaming industry to review other games. And I'm like, huh.
Also listening to your pitches today is Mr. Brent Goki, Senior Release Manager, First Party Quality Assurance.
I'm looking forward to today's challenge. I'm extra excited because some of my coworkers will be here watching over you.
Oh boy.
And joining him as always is the lovely Miss Adrienne Curry, model and avid gamer.
Storyline is incredibly important. Without it, you're not going to be able to get people to devote countless hours of their precious lives.
That's not true at all. The most important part of any game is gameplay. Obviously, they just brought her on here because she's a model, because anybody will tell you that in the industry. Story doesn't matter. The graphics don't matter. The game has to be fun to play. If it's not, it doesn't work. Dumb idiot.
Your game, so keep that in mind.
And I'd like to welcome our very special guest panelist today, Mr. Mike McWhorter, Senior Editor of Kotaku, the biggest gaming blog in the industry.
No, it's not.
Mike oversees all the game reviews, so he definitely knows what makes up a good video game.
This was a great panelist for this challenge. I know about Kotaku. Mike, he reviews all types of games, so we were actually excited the fact that he was going to help judge our game.
You know, I review a lot of games for the site. I see a lot of games throughout the year. So I'm really looking forward to seeing something fresh and creative out of you.
All right, guys, I'm going to excuse you back to the holding room, and I will call you when we're ready. Good luck.
All of a sudden, I feel like I'm back in 5th grade giving a presentation. I mean, like, what do you do in this situation? They may not like our idea. They may. Well, there's no way of knowing.
Hello, tester.
Hey.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Triple threat, your team is up first. How are you?
All right.
I'm just excited and ready.
All right, we're just gonna call that little scene of them clapping the before.
To tell our story to the panel and the judges. We are super passionate about it. Let's see what happens.
We walk in, see the focus group. They look like the right kind of people that would love our game. It's up to Triple Threat to just blow them away.
We created a game today. We were really excited about it. It's called Overdeveloped. Our hero character, his name is Zachary Stevens. He's a freelance photographer. He's kind of poor. He takes a picture of his beautiful wife, Bella, drinking out of a champagne glass. Now, as he takes this picture, there's a reflection in the champagne glass that you will later on see. It's one of the beings from Necrodo coming to get him.
I start my presentation.
He actually married one of their species, which is illegal, and she's one of the aliens from the planet that escapes and has the human form.
What the fuck? This is what they came up with?
And once I pick up momentum, and I've been telling this story,
throws his hand out, and there's a flash from his hand, much like his camera.
And it starts to get farther into it. I feel a sense of pride, because I know in my...
Look, they're not hang on.
And there's a flash from his hand, much like his camera.
And it starts to...
They're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you.
Get farther into it. I feel a sense of pride, because I know in my mind how good it sounds and how excited I am about it.
When you're zooming in, the controller will vibrate, so it'll show that that is an aggressive being. And his key falls out of his pocket. This key transforms into Tavix. Tavix being his sidekick.
It was ridiculous. I warned them that it was boring, that nobody's gonna follow it. Nothing makes no sense. I still can't figure it out.
When he gets to the final boss, Ciari, there's a sphere he touches and he goes back home.
Triple Threat, I believe, laid down a beautiful foundation that Cheska and I were gonna build upon.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
We basically just wanted to create a game with a very compelling storyline. I know that our story's really good. I mean, I'm feeling very confident.
I think true love is something a lot of people can relate to. I think just love in general is something.
Not these guys. Not that guy. He can't relate to it. Not Big Physique.
That people can relate to.
All right, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you've reached your 10 minutes.
Wow, we wish we had longer to talk about this story.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
Tear him a new one.
And we also have multiplayer also.
Yep, multiplayer is the most important part of any game. Just ask EA. They gotta have multiplayer to Dead Space. You gotta have multiplayer in Fear. Co-op in Fear. Multiplayer is the most important aspect of any game.
What? There is no multiplayer.
You can be any of the characters in multiplayer.
Where is the duct tape when you need it? What does Big Physique say? Yeah, there's gonna be multiplayer. And the look we gave him was just the look of death.
All right. We want to open up the floor right now to our focus group for the Q&A session.
We haven't quite finished our story yet, but we do still have a Q&A section, and I'm hoping we can, give the focus group more of an understanding.
You guys mentioned multiplayer capabilities. How is that going to work?
He threw that in at the end. We didn't actually plan for that. We had 90 minutes.
What's the potential for multiplayer?
I think adding multiplayer to the game would kind of kill it. They kept wanting to dwell on it. Why aren't you guys including multiplayer?
Yeah, because multiplayer is the most important part of any game, right? Because, that's what it's all about. Who gives a fuck about a high-quality single-player experience so we can just tack on a multiplayer experience and run a game that had great potential? Like Bioshock 2. Bioshock needed multiplayer. Dead Space 2. Dead Space needed multiplayer. Didn't you guys know? I mean, come on. Survival horror, feeling of loneliness and dread. No, fuck that. We need multiplayer. We need guns.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
Aside from the flash, what other aspects of cameras is it going to help towards upgrading your hand?
I believe a lot of our powers are going to be upgrading much as you would upgrade.
They're asking questions about our mechanics.
You said that the key transforms into a dog?
He was transformed into a key so that he could open the cage, and that's just his symbolic.
It's nothing that we can't talk our way out of in the sense that we know what it is. Let's help them not be confused.
He's actually Bella's pet. Bella.
You know, it just seems like you're going to be roaming around, taking pictures of people, and then you find a boss.
What is the game exactly? Is it like a third?
My head is spinning. The focus group is just... They didn't understand anything we just said.
To me, what makes it unique is he took something in his life.
It's almost like a lightning bolt, except it's a flash.
Can you talk more about that? Because I have a hard time imagining that being interesting.
And it is clear that everybody hates the games.
Look, his whole body's a flash.
Oh, he flashes people.
He flashes people. What a game.
People are laughing at us. We look like morons.
All right, well, I'm sure we could have questions and answers all day long, but unfortunately our time is up. Thank you, judges. All right, guys.
Whoa. Hey, Meredith.
War Princess, your team is up.
Well, the pressure was definitely on. And walking into this boardroom and seeing all of these people, I could sense that some of them will slice something to pieces if they don't like it.
I'm the marketing director from Chocolate Studios, and we're very excited today to
Chocolate Studios? Damn.
present you with Sharkface.
I kick off the presentation with a strong introduction. We want this to feel real.
The hero of the game is Mickey. He's an 8-year-old boy. He's taking a bath and he drifts off into a dreamland of...
Yeah, so we're gonna start the little kid with a close-up of him naked in the tub and then pan away. So you get the entire image, and then we're gonna go into the game.
I come out, I give the backstory of Mickey and explaining kind of the who, what, where, and why of the story. Sandcastle City is being terrorized by Sharkface, who's the villain of our story, along with his octo thieves who are making the lives of the citizens of Sandcastle City. Wow, this is going so smoothly. We're smiling, we're having a good time, and it was like the longer we were there, the more comfortable we got. But this game isn't just for children. It's a side-scrolling shooter. There's mazes.
Yep, shooter. Magic word. It's gonna work.
Bubbles, representing his lifespan.
This is known as the Seahorse gun. The longer the Seahorse inhales, the more powerful the weapon will be.
And he'll be able to scroll through his weapons with the R1 and L1.
Sharkface will have 8
Yeah, these guys did a way better job.
levels, and at the end of each level, he's left with an oyster that contains a pearl of wisdom. We all have a part, and we're all playing the part well. In the end of the game, Mickey is able to talk to Sharkface, and Sharkface actually becomes the protector of Sandcastle City.
And this will be available in spring 2011, and all of us here at Chocolate Studios are really excited to share.
All right, come on, don't role play, man. Just pitch them your make-believe title.
With you.
This is going well, and Sony might want to take a look at Sharkface.
All right, great job, guys. At this time, we're going to open up the live Q&A session.
You mentioned the demographic was 14 to 35. This game seems to be geared towards a 7-year-old kid. How is this business viable?
Yeah, dude.
I don't think that the game is specifically geared towards children. It will definitely have multiple different... We're answering questions from the focus group, and some of the questions are pretty critical.
This doesn't sound like a very unique game. Left is the shoot, right is to move. It's kind of been done.
Are you kidding me? A basic control scheme has been done, so we can't use it? Yeah, you know what? Fuck Halo 3 for using the left analog stick to, you know, to have the movement. You know what it should be? Should be L1, R1. Or like left bumper, right bumper on the 360 controller. Yeah, that's how it should be. Damn the control mechanics. Damn them to hell.
Got to pick one side or the other, you know. Adult or kids.
Not everyone on the focus group is in love with our game, but if they're not talking about the story, the gameplay mechanics, I think that's a good thing.
All right, great job, guys. At this point, we're going to conclude our Q&A session. Thank you so much to our focus panel.
I do get this sense after the focus group that a few people kind of thought our game was a bit of a joke, but somebody's got to make children's games. We really did good.
I want to hit each one of you guys, which game you liked or didn't like, and just quickly why.
One of the things that they need to focus on is coming back to reality and understanding their core demographic for it. They wanted to focus so much on story, but the story sucked. I mean, the premise, you know, it's unique and it's... At least they had an idea and it made somewhat sense.
Hey, guys. So the panel just downloaded with the focus group, and they've got a lot to think about. So we're going to announce the winner at tonight's elimination, okay?
Thank you, Mary. See you then.
It's very stressful. There's no winner right now. It's up to the judges. We have no idea where they're taking this. But I'm the creative director. If my team
That's kind of a shame. I wanted to see them get torn a new one.
is on the chopping block, there's a very good chance I could be going home tonight.
The Tester will return right after this.
Call Anna.
Calling Anna.
Tonight, I had the same exact opinion as the focus group. My team